It's Tennessee.Frank.
Hey guys, what's going on? Tennessee.Frank here, bringing you another quick review. This is going to be a first look and a shooting review all in one. I didn't really have time to do just a first look video on this little gun. So we took it shooting when I took the CZ out, and so I'm going to roll this video out and let you take a look at this guy. It has been safety checked. We'll go ahead and verify there, nothing in the chamber. And this is the Ruger Max 9, and this is a pretty decent little pistol. I was pleasantly surprised. Now that I'm back into 9mm, I wanted something a little bit smaller, just kind of for everyday carry. I love my revolver, don't get me wrong, it's an awesome gun. Especially when I'm going to work where we have to unload our firearms every time we come into the store, check them in, and then we can reload them as we leave. With semi-autos, the issue you run into as you load and unload, you're running that round up the ramp. Every time it hits that ramp, it's going to get a little shorter, till finally it gets to the point where it overpressures. And that's where a lot of the kabooms from the Glocks came in. Second gen Glocks didn't have a fully supported chamber in the 40 cal, and then officers would run the same round up in that over and over, shorten it up and build pressure, so you combine high pressure round, not a totally supported chamber, boom, there you go. So with third gen Glocks and 40, they did have a more supported chamber. So that did help, but you know, back to the gun at hand. I did pick a couple extra 12-round mags up. These guys are not too bad on the price point. I think I got them from Gun Mag Warehouse, and it was shipping and everything was like $56 for two. So you're running around $28 or so when you get shipping and everything in. Of course, I do have my inside the pocket little mag carrier, which like I said, I love these things. They're really easy to carry an extra mag. Keeps it oriented in the pocket so you can reach in and grab it real quick. I'll probably carry it with the little 10-round magazine. Again, we'll be using the Winchester USA Ready, 1200 feet per second, 396 foot-pounds. Although with this shorter barrel, 3.2 inch, probably going to drop off in the velocity a little bit. Picked up another Concealment Express holster. Again, it's going to be kind of that fake carbon fiber, but I mean, it looks pretty. So we do have a decent little holster for it. And yeah, all in all, one thing I really love about this, front sight. They give you a True Glow TFO. It's got the tritium, and it also has the fiber optic. The rear sight comes from the factory blacked out, but as you see here, I went ahead and took a little of my military yellow Testors model paint, and I filled that little groove in. There's a groove that's cut in that rear sight. And I went ahead and took a toothpick and just filled that in and let it dry, and I think it makes kind of a nice contrast with that green. The yellow and green look pretty good together. People were complaining about the trigger. Some people love the trigger. I mean, it just depends. It's got the little dingus on it. Kind of a nice soft take up. And then you do have a little bit of movement there. I mean, it's not a crisp break. And then you're right there is where you got your reset. And it's not bad. I mean, it breaks a little bit heavier than a lot of people may be used to. I'm a revolver shooter, so for me it's not that bad. I'm not really a trigger snob. Again, Blazer brass, we shot some of that through there. Shot 3 rounds of this that I had left over. Shot a little bit of the flat point. The flat point ran fine through this. I'm thinking Ruger has a little bit looser tolerances in their chamber. and probably for reliability reasons, which is good. First 12 round mag, 7 yards, and that's with the Blazer. I pulled a couple. Didn't really keep them in there real tight. I mean, I'm getting used to that trigger. I hadn't really shot the gun before, and I hadn't been shooting in a while. This was the first gun I shot, and I hadn't been shooting in a while. You know, excuses. Still, it's going in the circle. So we loaded back up and went ahead and put another 12 rounds on target. And you can see now I'm used to that trigger, kind of know where it's hitting. It's printing a nice tight little group right there. It's looking real good. So it's straight on. I mean, didn't have to adjust the sights on this one at all. And then this, we went ahead and put some of the hand loads through. And I did a couple mags, and it's hitting pretty good. I got some flyers down here. Of course, that's, you know, hand loads. 3 rounds with the Winchester. Point of aim, impact's a little bit low, but it is straight. So it's hitting pretty good. But all in all, I'd say it's going to be a pretty good little carry gun. Something that if you're looking to get into, you know, one of these micro compacts and you like Ruger, this could very well be the way to go. A lot of people like the 365s, the Hellcats. Smith & Wesson now has their higher capacity compacts out, but I've always liked Ruger, and I like this little guy. I think it's a decent little gun, especially when you get the night sight with the fiber optic out of the box from the factory. Also, just to point out, you can also put optics on it if you feel like. It's already cut for a micro optic, so that's real handy too. So, you know, hope you found this review interesting, and we'll catch you later. Like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. Y'all have an awesome rest of the day. Tennessee Frank out of here.